Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. It is Sunday, so still kind of the weekend, but I hope it's been good for you. Today's video might be kind of a controversial one. Not necessarily controversial, but it might, I guess, like sting a few people. I'm not sure how to say it, but this video is about why men struggle honestly with women, right? Like the topic of objectifying women and why that's such a struggle. And this just kind of came to me today as a thought. And it's the idea in the sense that we were treated as objects. Growing up as kids, you're not allowed to show emotion. You show emotion, you're weak, or lack of a better term, you're gay, or you're lesser if you express emotions. Now, none of these things are true, obviously. None of them are true, and it's very healthy and obviously necessary to express emotions. But as a kid, most men are treated as objects ourselves. Do the work, do the hard work. You don't get time to cry. There's no such thing as breaks. Boys don't cry. Quit being such a bitch. Quit being such a weakling. Quit being so this. Quit being so that. So we're treated as objects. Work hard, work long days, work all the time, stoic, right? You have to stuff everything down. Most men struggle with expressing themselves to women because of that very reason. We're treating women the way that we were treated. We were objectified. We didn't understand what it means to be vulnerable or soft or emotional or patient or intuitive. Most men that I've known are never really aware of their intuitive gifts or their more feminine side, their more feminine energy. Now, I've definitely been a victim of this as well. I don't want to say the word victim, but I've definitely fallen into this trap as well. And only recently have I really, learned the way that I relate to women. Like I love women. I have so many, almost all my friends are women. I was raised by a single mom, and I had one sister. So, I've had women in my life, the entire time. But to be truly intimate with a woman, I never learned how to do that because I never learned how to be intimate with myself. I never learned how to be soft and emotionally open and vulnerable and to feel safe with my more intimate side. A lot of men weren't given this opportunity. And so unfortunately we turn to the objectification of women because we believe that's what we're supposed to do. But it's definitely not. Speaking in a relationship sense, like the unification of two spiritual entities, of the masculine and the female energy coming together is just that. It's a spiritual experience. It is damn near impossible to be spiritually intertwined with another human being when you yourself are living an objectified life and you are then projecting that onto your partner. And it doesn't even have to be male or female. It can literally be, male, female, asexual, non-binary, whatever you are. But there is going to be one who's going to have more male and there's going to be one that's going to have more female, right? Like that's just how the energies work. Most men never learned how to tap into our feminine side. And it can be very terrifying for us, I will say honestly. I've always been a very sensitive child. When I was a kid, I emotionally just over the top sensitive. I still cry over everything. I was watching one of my favorite kid shows earlier today, and I just started bawling because I just remember how it felt to be vulnerable, right? But that was such a long time ago. And over the years, most men were just stacked with being a certain way. You have to be strong. You have to be no emotion. You have to be tough as nails. You got to be a dick, right? People literally teach you that you need to be an asshole to be successful or to get anywhere or to get with people. It's a really brutal and fucked up way that society has it. But for men to learn how to heal ourselves and our female partners, not just our personal partner, but our female partners on this planet, we have to learn how to be more vulnerable with ourselves. That way we can be more vulnerable with them. And I'm not saying you have to be completely mushy-gushy all of the time. There is the balance between the masculine and the feminine. You can still be strong, stoic, get things done, right? You can get work done, but you don't have to kill yourself to work and be an asshole and stuff your emotions and drink and beat people, which is unfortunately a lot of experiences. The reason why I'm speaking on this is because this is what I've experienced personally in my life. I've had nothing but toxic male figures in my life. Drunk, fat, abusive, misogynistic, racist, and it's a really shitty thing. And these are things that I'm healing in myself, and I'm just now realizing too. My partner. It's like, oh my God, like no wonder I can't be vulnerable with you. I'm not even vulnerable with myself. I need to learn how to love myself fully, emotionally, sexually, spiritually, physically, mentally. I have to be okay with who I am in all aspects of my character and my being before I can give you what you need from me, right? So this video is a little, I don't want to say maybe deeper, I guess. This is definitely a touchy topic. I feel like, a lot of people don't get to express this, especially males. So one thing that I would like to give to the males is to go easy on yourself. You probably weren't taught how to do this. And that's probably why a lot of your relationships have been hard, right? You might bounce between relationships, or it's just a lot of one-night stands, or you just can't quite seem to connect to anybody. Connect with yourself first. Connect with you. Connect with the kid inside, right? There's going to be a lot of inner child work for this one. Like recently, like I said, I've been watching Pokemon. Like, I love Pokemon. I've been playing it since I was 5. And it was just something that I really cherished as a kid. But I had to stuff it down because I was unmanly growing up. But it's like, screw that. It makes me happy. It fills me with joy. It's super positive. Why would I stop myself from doing something like that? So allow yourself to tap in to your more intuitional, feminine energy. Learn to love yourself, like really love yourself. Not in a narcissistic way of like, oh, I'm the best, but like really love yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be nice to yourself. Say nice things to yourself. I dare you to say nice things to yourself. Some people might come really naturally. For me, it's really hard. I struggle with that. Hardcore self-love and self-acceptance have been two of my biggest healing missions, I guess. I'm really trying to heal myself in those facets. So allow yourself that patience, that space, and that time to learn to love yourself. Be gentle. It's completely opposite of what you've been taught. Not speaking for everybody, but for most men. Like, I know for myself, it is the complete opposite. I know how to beat myself down. I know how to degrade myself. I know how to beat the living crap out of myself, punish myself. I know how to do those things. I'm really good at those. But that's not what's going to help me grow as a person, and that's not what's going to help me connect with other human beings, especially women. Now, I'm not saying that all women are like that as well, but speaking as a male, I've never had the female experience. But this just came to me that the reason why so many men unfortunately objectify women is because we've always been objectified. We were the work mule, the pack horse. That's what we were. You didn't cry. You didn't show emotions. You shut the fuck up and get shit done. That's all you do. And a lot of times you're beaten still. You get into fights. People pick on you for no reason. So we never gave ourselves the chance to get to know. And I'm not excusing any objectification. It's not okay. It's not by any means. But it is our responsibility as men and males of our species to recognize our mistakes, to recognize our actions, and to take full responsibility for them. And that sucks. It is very hard because it sucks to know that you were in the wrong, but you didn't know any better. That's okay. You didn't know any better. That can be forgiven as long as you work to better it, but it can't be excused if you keep repeating it, right? And this is literally something that I'm learning myself. I can definitely be an asshole sometimes, but I'm not even aware of it. I'm not even realizing that I'm being an asshole, but it's because it's the way that my father treated me. I'm emulating what he did to me to other people, or the other male figures in my life. I'm emulating what the other male figures in my life have done to me, and I'm portraying them towards my other person. Whether it be a friend, my girlfriend, whoever. So allow yourself to learn to love yourself, especially if you're on that healing journey, right? It's going to take some inner child work, definitely some self-forgiveness. Like for me, like I ended up crying for like 4 days straight one time because I just saw all the things that I had done that I'd been so blind to because of the way that I was raised. And I was like, oh my God, like how was I this person? I didn't know that this was me. I was kind of holding that mirror up to my face and seeing that uglier side of myself. But I had to accept it. I had to be okay with it. I made the mistakes. That happens. But now I have to forgive myself, change the cycle, and to grow forward, and to give myself that grace, and to be nice to myself. So, again, this is a different style of video. This just kind of came to me today, and I felt it needed to be expressed. So this video is kind of more towards the men, and hopefully for the women too, to maybe understand why some men act a certain way, because it's our conditioning. And please forgive us. We, like most of us, we didn't have a choice growing up. You really didn't. I know for me, I didn't. I was beaten most of my life. A lot of people don't know this, but like it wasn't fun. And I had to learn how to love myself after that. Even after I did hurt people and make mistakes, and I'm very flawed, like most of us. So learn to love yourselves, men. Give yourself that grace and that forgiveness, and do the work to change course, right? Get to know you. Really get to know you. No longer objectify yourself. And you'll hopefully, you'll stop objectifying other people. So I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this did make sense to you at all, this literally just came to me today. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think, and let me know your take on it. Maybe your input, because I would love to hear it. So thank you guys again, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, everybody.